Coach, thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Cincinnati Bengals and our home team. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Mariota. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw is Mariota. He completes it to Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
You must be getting tired of seeing this.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
1st down, Mariota. Complete to Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 27. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Mariota. He's got the hook up with Conley. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. And quick throw here, that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
57, come on. Watch the run. They're running it.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Flushed out right. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
6 man. Check girls, check them.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
14.
On 2nd and 2, Wilson. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
The throw over the middle taken in. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Wilson. Open man is Ross, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson being chased out left. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Russell Wilson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Bengals grab it. And they'll have great field position here, as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Deeper. You got tight. You got tight right there.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
They run the counter. Bernard. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson. And Eifert has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's Wilson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Mariota now. This complete to Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Jones has it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
At the 46-yard line.
Mariota now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. To the air again. Mariota eluding the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get this. Down top. 57. Mike, 57. Ain't no such thing. One. 57's Mike. Mike, 57.
They'll throw again. Mariota. He'll get this to Eckler. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. He got 29 yards that time. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A 3-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson flushed out right. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Play action. It's Wilson. They'll let this go for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Wilson now throwing again. He completes it to Tate. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On 1st down, Wilson. And an alley to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Again, it's Mixon. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw Mariota. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mariota, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. After the interception, here's Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Dancing to his left. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
That's 6, baby. We got it all day up in here. We got it all day.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson to Mixon on the check down. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Back to it after the pick 6. Mariota caught by Jones. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Now Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sam Hubbard, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where The coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Bengals drive about to get going. That turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
23 yards on the play. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And picked up by the Chargers. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Mariota, escaping the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. But now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Mariota on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Mariota. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 51 yards, eluding the pressure right. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
Following the interception here, Mariota. This complete to Jones. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
At the 42-yard line.
Mariota. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Sack, baby.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mariota to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
It's Mixon on the counter. And an alley to run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now it's Mixon running right. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The tackle by Derwin James. He's taking up 2 yards.
Again, it's Mixon. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I tell you, Charles, You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.